Hi, welcome back to another One Chart lesson. I'm Matt Toms. Today we are going to break down the song Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones, which actually lends itself really well to being played on a solo acoustic guitar. What I'm going to do is sort of break it down into a version that's easy to play, that kind of carries all the signature riffs and the bass line and everything, and makes it sound as much like the song as you can possibly get if you're wanting to sit down and sing it and play it on guitar. So the chords are pretty straightforward. We want E, we want A, and B7. But those chords are very nice sounding, so we're actually going to use the power chords from those three chords. Power chords are just the first two notes out of each of those chords. So for the E, it's open E string, second fret A string. Play it just with your first finger like that. Same for the A, only moved over a string. So the open A string and the second fret D string. And the B, second fret A string, fourth fret D string. The structure of this song is quite straightforward. We have our intro riff, then we have what I call the chorus, followed by the verse. Then we repeat the chorus and the verse, and then we repeat it again. So a total of 3 times, and then we fade out with a coda. Now, it's all pretty straightforward down there on your One Chart, which is free to download from the One Chart website. You start with this riff, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Doesn't matter whether you're using a pick or fingers or what, but we start with the E power chord. Move your third finger up to fourth fret A string, and then slide it up to the 5th fret and move your second finger over onto the E string 5th fret. From there, lift your third finger off the A string, put your first finger on the 4th fret of the A string, and they're all the positions we need for this riff. So it goes like this. So if you listen to the song, you'll hear the single note guitar line. You'll also hear the bass going from E to A. So we're combining those two things, so it sounds a little bit more full when we play it on one guitar. Now, the first 2 strums you do on the E, after the very first strum, let your hand come back onto the strings and just cut that short. So you go short, long, then move up, does that riff 4 times, and then we're into the verse. Now the verses you can play a couple of different ways, or a couple of different levels. There are some guitar fills in between these chords, but you can actually just strum the chords straight up and it will sound fine. 8th note muted strumming is what I would recommend, sounds best here, but you can kind of suit yourself. I can get no satisfaction. I can get no satisfaction, 'cause I tried, yeah I tried, yeah I tried, and I tried, I can't get no. Right, so if you want to take it to the next level and put in the little guitar fills that you can hear in the original song, I've put the fills and the fills only into the tab 1 line down underneath your chords. So they fall exactly where you're supposed to put them, but I haven't tabbed out all the rhythm parts for the chords around them. I've only tabbed the little fills to make them stand out and so you can take them or leave them. They would go like this. You go E, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, and we start on the 4th fret A string, go up to the 2nd fret D string. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah? Then you stay where you are there and play the A power chord. Satisfaction. The next fill is exactly the same, except we go up to the 2 and back to the 4 again. So the 2 is half as long. It's a quaver instead of a full note. So, I can get no satisfaction. I can those riffs don't happen exactly that same way in the same spot every single time. So put them in where you feel like it, where you hear it, where you want to hear it, or don't put them in at all. It's totally up to you. When you get to the next bit, because I tried and I tried, that little fill which goes almost entirely over the B starts on the one end. So you hit the B chord and then you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So breaking it down even slower than that. 2 on the A string, 4 on the A string, you can ham it up to that 4, 2 on the D string, then we do faster notes here going from 4 to 2 on the D string and down to the 4 on the A string. So it's a pull off from the 4 to the 2, back to the 2 on the D string, back to the 4. So I tried and I tried, well I tried and I tried, I can't get no, I can't get no. When I'm driving in my car and that man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to find my imagination. I can't get no, 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 no. 2 bars of drum fill, hey, 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 back to the riff. That's what I say. Then we hit the repeat sign and we're back to the beginning of that section again for another chorus. I can get no. So again, if you find that a little bit too difficult to play the riff over singing, because it does take a little bit of practice. When I'm driving in my car and a man comes on the radio, he's telling me more. You can just play the straight chords and it will sound okay. Take it up to the next level, do the riffs as part of that rhythm. Finally, when you've repeated that main section 3 times, we're heading to the coda, which is just basically the end of the verse repeated ad nauseum until they fade out. No satisfaction, no satisfaction, no satisfaction. And on and on and on and on and on and on it goes. That's it, that's the song. It's quite simple. I hope you enjoyed that and I hope you can break that down and get it sounding good by yourself. If not, fire any questions at me, let me know. I'm always keen to hear how these lessons work for people, and I'm really grateful for all the subscribers, so thanks again for the support, and please tune in again, learn more songs, expand your repertoire, and get your guitar skills going in the right direction, and we hope to see you back again soon. Thanks a lot.